Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to tonight's Wednesday, June 4th, 2025, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School Varsity Baseball as they host the Grafton High Gators in an MIAA Division II round of 16 game from the LaRusso Athletic Complex fields in South Walpole. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be handling the play-by-play action. Nick Piccarelli will be behind the camera filming. Fourth-seeded Walpole rode Andrew Burke's 3-hit 9-strikeout performance to a 5-1 victory over Minnetonka Regional in the round of 32. The Orange and Blue made the most of their 5 hits, 4 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and 3 errors to claim the victory. Andrew is a Worcester Polytech Institute commit for next fall. Grafton, the 20th seed, upset Middleborough 14-9 to advance. Let's see. Today's victor will take on the Mansfield Woburn winner in the state quarterfinals Elite 8 contest. Walpole and Grafton have never met in baseball before. The Orange and Blue finished 4th in the Herget Division of the Bay State Conference at 6-7, 11-9 overall, outscoring their opponents 96-61. Grafton finished 3rd in the A Division of the Southern Worcester County League with a 7-3 record, 14-6 overall. The Gators won half of their 10 road games and have a 133-69 scoring advantage over their opponents. The only common opponent for both teams is Wellesley. Walpole blanked the Raiders 5-0, while Wellesley blasted the green and white 11-zip. The Gators have won 9 of their last 11 games, including a string of 5 in a row against David Prouty, Uxbridge, Blackstone Valley, Wachusett Regional, and Southbridge. Let's see. The Orange and Blue started out the season well enough with victories over Braintree, 4-2, Falmouth 11-4, and Framingham 12-zip, before losing an unheard of 5 straight. Things started going downhill when senior Andrew Burke threw a no-hitter on April 14th against Needham, only to lose 1-0, the first of consecutive setbacks by that score. This season, the Rockets managed just 1 hit against Walpole pitching in 14 innings, with today's pitcher, Mikey St. Martin, going 6 2/3 innings before he left, and he had a no-hitter going for those 6 2/3, and the relief pitcher allowed a hit when he came in. Walpole set things straight, however, running off victories over Westwood 7-1, Wellesley 5-0, Brookline 10-6, and Newton North 6-1 before losing 4 in a row in advance of the Needham victory. Anyone interested in providing play-by-play or color commentary on any Walpole High School sporting event should contact Walpole Media Corporation Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or by emailing her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. You don't need any experience. We will work with you to get you comfortable behind the microphone. You will not have to be on TV. Nobody will know who you are except if you want to announce yourself at the beginning of the game. So if you're a parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, nephew, niece, neighbor, friend, or just anybody at all who's interested in Walpole High sports, please give Tamara a call at 508-668-7795 or email her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. And we will give you the starting lineups for today's game. For the Grafton Gators, they come in at 14-6, leading off the center fielder Charlie Law, followed by the pitcher CJ Shagnon, second baseman Chris Keisner, right fielder Halen Oberg is batting cleanup, followed by left fielder Finn Gilmore, and the catcher Kyle Brown, no relation, is batting in the 6th spot. Designated player Angel Martinez Matos will be batting 7th. Bobby Johnson, the first baseman, is in the 8th spot, and batting 9th, the third baseman Ryan Shagnon. Zach Otis, the shortstop, will be not batting. For Walpole, leading off is the left fielder Cash Cantrell, followed by third baseman Paul Whalen. Quinn McNeil at center field will be batting third. Designated player Cole Pileski is in the cleanup spot. Richie Hayes at first base will be batting fifth, followed by shortstop Shane Harrington in the sixth spot. Second baseman Ryan McDonald will be batting seventh. Jackson Marshall in right field will be batting eighth, and batting ninth is the catcher Drew Cantrell. Pitcher Mike St. Martin will not be batting. Beautiful night for a ball game. Defensively for Walpole, Richie Hayes is at first. Ryan McDonald at second. Shane Harrington is at short. Paul Whalen at the hot corner at third base. Going in the outfield from right to left, Jackson Marshall, Quinn McNeil, and Cash Cantrell. Drew Cantrell will be behind the plate, and on the mound pitching for Walpole, Mikey St. Martin. Like we just said, Mikey had a 6 2/3 inning no-hitter against Needham. He had to come out because he had thrown about 130 pitches in that game and had just kind of run out of gas. And the relief pitcher did give up a hit. All right, leading off, the center fielder, Charlie Law. First pitch of the game is fouled back out of play. St. Martin comes to the set, and the pitch popped up. Shot left field. Shane Harrington puts it away for the out. And we've got one down, the first out of the ball game. Brings up the Grafton pitcher, C.J. Shagnon. He bats from the left side of the plate. First pitch is up high, a ball. The 1-0 delivery. Strike call, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from St. Martin. Strike call, a ball and 2 strikes. Mikey ahead on the count. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. St. Martin records his first strikeout of the game, and it brings up the second baseman, Chris Keisner. He also is a left-handed batter. St. Martin's pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 1. Ball outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch popped up to the infield. Paul Whalen in foul territory, puts it away for the third out of the inning. An easy 1-2-3 inning for St. Martin. To right in the Walpole stands several members of the Walpole High softball team that just obliterated Stoughton 17 to nothing in their round of 16 game that took place about an hour and a half before this one. Finished an hour and a half before this one. All right, the first pitch to Cantrell is a strike. The 1-strike pitch popped up out of play. 0-2 the count to Cantrell. Fouls it off, just did get a piece of that. It's low and away. He was able to foul it off, stay alive. 0-2 the count to the Walpole left fielder. Ball one up high. 1-2 pitch. Line into center field, a base hit, and the left field, a base hit. Walpole gets their first hit of the first hit of the game. Brings up third baseman Paul Whalen. There's the ball. Chagnon looks in for the sign. Looks Cantrell back. The pitch. Line into center field, a base hit. Walpole gets their first two runners on base here by way of base hits. And it brings up the center fielder, Quinn McNeil. Way high, ball one. Foul back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to McNeil. The 1-1 pitch from Chagnon on its way. Ball outside and away. 2 balls and a strike. Line popped up to the infield. Third baseman calling for it. The wind is blowing it. Shortstop takes it. Wind was playing havoc with that ball. With 1 out, the cleanup hitter Cole Pileski coming to the plate. First and second, nobody, 1 out for Walpole here in the bottom of the first inning. Slow roller to the mound. He goes to first. He gets him. 1-3, but 2 runners move into scoring position for the orange and blue. And it brings up first baseman Richie Hayes. He's batting left-handed. There's ball 1. Ball 2. 3-0. Let's see if Hayes gets the green light here. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Hayes. Loads the bases for Walpole. Brings up the shortstop, Shane Harrington. Harrington is just a sophomore. He's been starting 2 years at that position for Walpole. He takes ball 1 high. Ball 2. That's how you doing? Ball 3. 7 straight balls thrown by Chagnon here. No place to put him. Bases loaded. 2 outs here. Bottom of the first inning. Strike called. The 1-2-1-3-1 pitch. Line shot right to the left fielder, and he snags it for the out. Walpole had no runs. They had 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 left on base. We've played an inning and we are scoreless. First pitch is popped up. Harrington coming over, and Cash Cantrell puts it away in foul territory. Wind was blowing that.
Which teams are playing? Walpole versus?
And brings up Finn Gilmore, the left fielder. The first pitch to Gilmore, swung on and missed, strike 1. Swinging and a miss. 0-2 the count, as St. Martin quickly jumps ahead on the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. St. Martin picks up his second K of the game. And it brings up the catcher, Kyle Brown. Brown, a left-handed batter. Ball 1. Ball 2 in the dirt. The 2-0 pitch on its way from St. Martin. Grounded to second. McDonald up with it easily over to first. Side is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Walpole. Chagnon looks in for the sign. His first pitch to McDonald is inside a ball. Ball 2. Popped up. That will go out of bounds. 2 balls and a strike, the count to McDonald. Chagnon looks in for the sign, goes into the motion, and the pitch. 3-1.
Like I can't see that. I know. I can't see it.
Fly ball to center field. Drifting back and putting it away for the out. 1 down. Brings up right fielder Jackson Marshall. Marshall also batting left-handed. Takes a strike. A 1-strike pitch. Up high, 1-1. Ball 2 down low. 2 balls and a strike to Marshall. Fouled off at the plate. Rolls down the first baseline, evens the count at 22. The 2-2 pitch just misses, full count. Pops it foul down the third baseline. That'll go out of play. Count remains full. Checks his swing, and it will be a ball. Walpole gets a runner here. First pitch, first walk allowed. I'm sorry, the second walk allowed by Chagnon. And it brings up the number 9 hitter, catcher Drew Cantrell. Hit him. Runners on first and second, 1 out for Walpole. Okay, Jack Monteith going in to run for Cantrell. Brings up the top of the order, Cash Cantrell. He singled to left his first time up. Ball bounced in for home plate. Brown out to talk to Chagnon, try to settle him down. Cash steps back into the batter's box. Ball again in the dirt. 2-0, 3-0, 2-0. 3-0. Walpole with a chance to load the bases here. 1 out, runners on first and second. 3-0 pitch from CJ Chagnon on its way. Ball 4 in the dirt. And it brings up third baseman Paul Whalen. He singled to center his first trip. Bases loaded, 1 out for Walpole here. They left the bases loaded last inning, and I'm sure Coach Costello doesn't want to see that happen again this inning. Strike called. Shagnon's 0-1 pitch. Grounded. They get the out at first one right to the first baseman, so they get the runner at home. So that goes 3-2 for the putout. Fielder's choice for Whalen brings up Quinn McNeil. He popped a shot his first time up. Ball in the dirt. That will go 2-5-1. As a base running bonehead plays. Ball 1. Ball 2. Foul back. 2 balls and a strike. Foul back, out of play, 2-2. So big swings taken there by Martinez Matos. St. Martin looks in. Here's his 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Full count. St. Martin's first full count of the game. Popped foul, that will go out of play. Count remains full. The 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And brings up the first baseman, Bobby Johnson. Strike called. Strike 2. The 0-2 delivery. Down and low, 1-2. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for St. Martin. Brings up the number 9 hitter, third baseman Ryan Flanagan. Shagnon. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from St. Martin. Ball 2 down low. Three and 0. Strike call. 3 and 1. Ball 4. So the Gators get their first base runner of the game on a walk. First one allowed by St. Martin. Brings up the top of the order, center fielder Charlie Law. He popped a shot his first time up. 2 outs, runner on first for Grafton. Strike called. Little flare to left field. Cantrell comes in and puts it away for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 2.5 and we are scoreless. Little blooper, that's going to drop into center field for a base hit. And it brings up Cole Pileski, the designated hitter. Slow roll to third. Goes to second for the force out. 5-4 if you're keeping score on that. And it brings up first baseman Richie Hayes. Richie Hayes walked his first trip. Flies it to center field. He gets it for the out. And it brings up, with 2 outs now, it brings up Shane Harrington, the shortstop. Shane lined to left his first time, takes a strike called. Ball in the dirt, 1-1. There's a ball outside. Ground ball to third. Only players to first. Throws it in the dirt. And it's bobbled. E3 and Waylon Pileski comes all the way over to third on the errant throw. Runners at the corners for Walpole. 2 outs. And Ryan McDonald at the plate. Strike called. Stolen base for Harrington. They tried to get Pileski off, but he didn't. He was able to dive back in on time. It was a high throw from the catcher. 1-1 the count. 2 runners in scoring position for Walpole. There's a ball. Chagnon looking for the sign. Comes to the set. And the pitch. Little blooper. It drops in. Base hit 1. 2 runs will score for Walpole. And he dives into second with a double. Ryan McDonald comes up with the big hit for the Walpole. As the Common Street Diamondeers get on the board first. Brings up the right fielder, Jackson Marshall. Marshall walked his first trip. Takes ball 1. It's a ball that gets away from the catcher. And McDonald will head down to third base on the wild pitch. Walpole with another run 90 feet away. Oh, and 2-0 the count to Marshall. There's a base hit to center field. Oh, Marshall comes through with a base hit. And Walpole takes a 3-0 advantage here. Catcher Drew Cantrell coming up to the plate here, as the orange and blue have struck for 3 runs here in this 3rd inning. Ball 1. Ground ball foul down the left field line. 1-1. Shagna comes to the set, the pitch. Coming foul down here, the third baseman running, and it drops in before anyone can get to it. 1-2 the count now. Long run for both the third baseman and the left fielder. 0-2 pitch to Cantrell. Fouls it back again. Count remains 1-2. Pitch. Fouled again off the nub of the bat. That sounded. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Goes down to the just out of bounds, just over the fence there. Count remains 1-2. Pops it out. That'll be trouble. That's going to be trouble. And the right fielder is able to pull it in for the out. But Walpole comes up with 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 left on base. First pitch is a ball. Chagnon struck out swinging his first trip. He takes a strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. St. Martin's 1-2 delivery. Just misses. 2-2. Fly ball to left field. Cash goes over a couple of steps, puts it away for the out. 1 down here in the 4th. Brings up the second baseman, Chris Keisner. He popped a third his initial trip. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3 in the dirt. Batters count here. I would imagine Keisner will be taking all the way. St. Martin pitches. Ball 4. Second walk allowed by Mike. And it brings up the right fielder, Halen Oberg. He fouled out to left his first time. Takes a strike. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Cantrell. And Keisner heads down to second. So Grafton gets a runner in scoring position. Grounded down the first base, foul ball, they say. One and two the count to Oberg. St. Martin's 1-2 delivery. Inside 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up. Ground ball covering St. Martin. That goes 3-1 if you're scoring there. Actually, it was 4-1. Keisner goes over to third, so 2 outs. And Finn Gilmore at the plate. Grafton with a chance to score. Runner on third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the top of the 4th. Coach Costello going out to have a few words with St. Martin. All right, everybody's happy. Drew Cantrell goes back behind the plate. Coach Costello goes back to the bench. And Mikey St. Martin is ready on the hill. Popped up. Hayes going after it and just goes out of bounds. 1 strike. All right, Gilmore gets back in the box. St. Martin's pitch is outside a ball. 1-1. Strike. Ball and 2 strikes to the Grafton left fielder. Strike 3 call. Walpole, St. Martin picks up his 5th K. Okay, the first pitch to Cantrell. Ball down low. Fouled at the plate. 1-1 the count. Ball outside. 2-1. Three balls and a strike. Chagnon looks in for the sign. Cantrell steps out. Cash is back in the batter's box. Chagnon comes to the set. Ground ball down the left field line. It'll be a base hit. Walpole gets their leadoff runner on for the third time. And it brings up third baseman Paul Whalen. Second hit of the game for Cantrell. He's also walked, been on base all 3 times. Ball 1. Ball 2. Three and 0. Whalen singled to center his first trip. He takes a walk. Coming up to the plate is center fielder Quinn McNeil. Single to center his last time up. Walpole looking to add to their 3-0 lead here. Strike called. Ball outside, 1-1. Checks his swing. 2 balls and a strike. Fly ball to center field. He's a long fly. One down, runners stay on first and second. And Cole Pileski comes to the plate. Hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Up high a ball. Kyle Brown goes out to talk to his pitcher, CJ Chagnon. Pitch to Pileski on its way. It's in the dirt. 3-0, 2-0. Line into right field, a base hit. And the bases are loaded for Walpole. With 1 out, brings up the first baseman, Richie Hayes. Hayes is walked and fly to center. Ball one. Second. They get the force out, 4-3, but Walpole picks up their fourth run as Cash Cantrell scores. And Whalen goes to third, Pileski to second. And it brings Shane Harrington to the plate. Harrington steps out. Now he steps back in. Strike called. There's the pitch. Line, base hit into left field. One run will score. Seven, 2-5. One run did score before base hit. But Walpole comes up with 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. We've played 4 innings here from South Walpole. The score is now Walpole 5, Grafton nothing. Pitch up high. 2-0 the count. To Brown. He takes a strike there. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3. One pitch from St. Martin. Ball 4. It's the third hit, a third walk allowed by St. Martin. And it brings up the designated player, Angel Martinez Matos. He struck out swinging his first time up. Grafton with a run on first. Nobody out. There's a base. That's going to be trouble down the left field line. The first hit of the game for Grafton. And Matos comes through with a double down the line and plates the first run of the game for Grafton, making it 5-1 now. And it brings up the first baseman, Bobby Johnson. We've got a pinch runner for Matos. The pinch runner is Asher Petrie. First pitch is a ball. Strike call, 1-1. Ground ball to short. Over to first, they get the out. The pinch runner, Petrie, advances over to third. That's fouled it off. It's my bad on the pinch runner. It's Liam Cohen. Strike two. Strike. Ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Swing and a foul tipped. The 1-2 pitch from St. Martin on its way. Strike 3 call. He knew it. A little wiggle on that pitch there. Strikeout number 6 for St. Martin. Brings up the top of the order. Center fielder Charlie Law. Coach Costello going out to talk to St. Martin. He's happy. Comes back out. Law has popped a shot and fly to left. It's a ball. Ball in the dirt, 2-0. St. Martin looks in for the sign, comes to the set, and the pitch. Down low, 3-0. Strike call. 3-1. Ground ball. Nope, base hit into center field. That'll bring in another run for Grafton. And makes 5-2 now in favor of the orange and blue. Brings up the pitcher, C.J. Shagnon, with a chance to help his own cause here. Runner on first, 2 out in the 5th. First ball hitting center field. right to home, no trouble. And the side is retired. But Grafton came up with 2 runs. K. McDonald, a double to right and flied out to center. His 2 trips.
8 away. Okay, so make sure he's 8 away when we take the bump.
I think we've got a new pitcher here for Grafton. Strike call. We do. Check swing. Fielded. Oh, what a in dirt, and he dropped it. The new pitcher is James Tyndall, and he just got an error on that. Pitch, bunt, fouled off. Strike 1. So the final line for Shagnon, he goes 4 innings, gives up 5 runs on 8 hits. Didn't have any strikeouts and walked 4 and hit a batter. Foul again by Marshall. Oh, 2 pitch up high, 1-2. One-two pitch, grounded into left field, a base hit. Walpole with the first 2 runners on this inning. And it brings up catcher Drew Cantrell. Pitch to Cantrell, he bunts, it's a beauty. Goes to third, got him. 1-5 on the fielder's choice. And it brings up the top of the order, Cash Cantrell. Cash has singled twice and walked, scored a run. It's a strike called. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He was late on that one. 0-2 the count to Cash Cantrell. Cantrell calls time, steps out of the batter's box. James Tyndall. Falls down on that pitch. It's a ball. Ball gets away. Runners will move up. Two and two the count. Two runners in scoring position now for Walpole. One out. Base hit here would be very key. The 2-2 pitch to Cash. Up high, full count. Full count, ball four, bases are loaded. And it brings up third baseman Paul Whalen. Whalen is singled, walked, and hit into a fielder's choice. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ball one. Strike call, 1-1. Fly ball to center field. He's got it, tagging up and going home. Safe, and the two other runners advance. So Marshall gets in under the tag. And two runners still in scoring position for the orange and blue. Quinn McNeil coming to the plate. Quinn 1 for 3. Ball one. Strike 1-1. Tiernan steps off the mound, gets back on, looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Up high, a ball. 2 balls and a strike. That's a fly ball to right, and he puts it away for the 3rd out. Keyser has popped out and walked. Takes the ball. Fly ball to left. Cantrell trotting in. Puts it away for the out. One down. And Halen Oberg coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Fouled out to left and grounded out to second. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike. 1-1. Fly ball to right field. Marshall there for the out. 2 down now. And it brings up the left fielder, Finn Gilmore. He's struck out twice. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Pops it up. Hayes going over for it and just on the other side of the fence. 2 strikes, the count on Gilmore. Ball in the dirt. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Just caught the inside of play. That's the second time Gilmore has been caught looking. St. Martin records his 7th strikeout. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ground ball to short. Long throw to first. He gets him. 1 down. Brings up the first baseman, Richie Harris. Harris 0 for 2 with a walk. Hayes fouls off the first pitch. Strike 1. There's a ground ball to second. Over to first, 2 down. And it brings up the shortstop, Shane Harrington. Shane is reached on an error and singled to center his last time up. He scored a run. Ground ball fouled on the third base line. Strike called. 0-2 to Harrington. 2-strike delivery on its way to Shane. Fly ball to center field and put away for the out. A 1-2-3 inning. That's first time Walpole's going down 1-2-3. Brown walked and grounded out. He takes a strike. Strike. St. Martin ahead on the count, 2 strikes. It's a ball, gets away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball. Harrington scoops, fires on the run. Great play by Harrington. 1 down here in the 7th. Angel Martinez Mato steps to the plate. He had the first hit of the game for the Gators. He doubled to left field last inning, right down the line. Takes the ball. Ball 2. Pops it up, coming over this way, and put away by Whalen. 2 down now. Grafton down to their final out of the game. And it's Bobby Johnson. He struck out and grounded out. Actually, that's a pinch hitter. He takes Liam Cohen. Swing and a miss, 1-1. St. Maud's 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. St. Martin's pitch popped up. McDonald calling for it, puts it away, and Walpole's going to the Elite 8 state quarterfinals. 3 up, 3 down in the 7th for Grafton. 3, 6, 8. For Walpole. Walpole scored 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. With no huge hits there, just a lot of base hits. The final tally for Walpole, they came up with 6 runs on 10 hits. 10 they had. They made no errors, and they left 9 on base. Mikey St. Martin goes the distance. He throws 92 pitches, 50 for strikes. He had 7 strikeouts and he walked 3. For Grafton, 2 runs on 2 hits. The 5th inning was the only inning they got the hits off of St. Martin, as he was in control the whole way. And Walpole improves now to 12-9. Grafton ends the season at 14-7. So Walpole will be going. They will join the softball team going to the Elite Eight state quarterfinals. We would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School varsity baseball action. Once again, your final score from South Walpole: Walpole 6, Grafton 2.